Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to this new lectures on rate analysis. Okay, so before we start with the lecture, I want to make sure that whatever I'm going to teach you now is on the rate part. So far in the previous lecture, we saw that the quantity we got, we multiplied this rate by 28.150. Let us consider. Okay, this was the rate what I multiplied. Or maybe for excavation, I took 350. Maybe for filling of backfilling, I took 253. Now the main question is from where we got all this rate. So for that, I told you you need to refer DSR, that is detailed schedule, Delhi schedule of rate. Another one is detailed analysis rate, that is Delhi analysis rate, which is called as DAR. Yeah. So you need to look into this. Okay. That is Central Public Works CPWD analysis of rates for Delhi. Okay. In this, the entire analysis will be given. Based on that, we are going to do. I have already attached all these things for you. So it's written DAR volume 1 you have to go. Okay. Fine. So from there, first we'll check into a BOQ part. This part, where is it is written. So 2.28 is what I'm supposed to take. I'll go to the rate analysis. It is 2.28. So come in the DSR, look for DSR volume 1. Okay, DAR it is. Okay, Control F, 2.1, enter. Okay, okay, it should start from here, 2.1. Okay, yeah. So you can see here, earthwork in surface excavation, not exceeding 30 centimeter in depth, but exceeding 1.5 meter in width, as well as 10 square meter on the plan, including getting out and disposal of excavated earth up to 50 meter and lift up. You getting my point? So this is in, not, this is earthwork, no? Wait. Yeah. So first I should go with this. Let me go back, check which one I want. Sorry, it is 2.28, not that, 2.28. Yeah, because the one which I took, no, that is for earthwork. It is, I want 2.28. Yeah, so it's here. Surface dressing of the ground, including removing the vegetation and inequalities not exceeding 15 centimeter deep, disposal of rubbish, lead up to 50 meter and lift up to 1.5 meter for all kinds of soil. This is the analysis what they have done. Okay, you're able to understand. So other than that, there are many other things, but we are concerned with this because the one which I'm explaining you refers to this, because I want to do the surface cleaning of my site, and up to 15 centimeter, that is up to 150 mm, I can go with this. And this are the total analysis what they have done. You can see the final rate 28.15, the same rate we have done the input in the BOQ 28.15. Now we'll do the rate analysis for that. So you have to prepare a sheet something like this. So what you are supposed to prepare a sheet something like this, what you can do is you have to copy. You cannot copy from here, you have to sit and write. This is the only option that you are supposed to do, but in this case I'll be helpful to you. So what I'll do is I'll attach this Excel sheet of mine, so that you don't have to do on your you don't have to type everything. This Excel sheet I'll give you. And okay, this Excel sheet I'll give you. You just have to make an input here. Okay. So that is the reason I will not teach you how to prepare the Excel sheet again. If you're so interested to prepare Excel sheet, go to a new sheet and then you have to write all these things. Prepare Excel sheet like this, write code, description, unit, quantity, rate and amount. And in this way you have to write. Since it will take long time for you, don't have to create, I'll upload this Excel sheet. Okay, one thing you remember, in the code it is 0114, it is 0115, but when you write 0115 in the Excel sheet, it will not take, it will take, see, 115. Actually I wrote 01, see here, okay, 0114 I'm writing, but Excel sheet will take it 114. So in that case, how do you take care of this? So whenever you write before the zero, you put this this, what is that, uh yeah, you have to put one dash. Okay, this dash is available near left to the enter key. Okay, wherever you have the enter key in the keyboard, left to that you have two double dash. In that, if you click it once, it will be dash, and then you put 0 1 1 4 and you put enter. Now that 0 1 1 4 will come. Okay, so this is one problem which you will feel that you will face. That is why I explained you here. Okay, great. Now what I've done, same thing, whatever is there here, no, same thing I've explained. Whatever I've written, same thing I've copied and I've done my own Excel sheet. You also can do that, else I'll be providing you this. Fine. First, what we'll do, we'll prepare a rate analysis for 100 square meter. Actually, we want for 1 square meter, but we do the quantity for 100 square meter. The reason is that if I do for 1 square meter, no, all these answers will be very less, which is very difficult for me. So we'll go for a higher quantity or a bigger quantity. Later, once we get the rate for the bigger quantity, we can divide that by the quantity what I require. And finally, we can get a cost per square meter, or let us say cost per square cubic meter. Okay. So details of cost for 100 square meter. So if you want to do the cleaning of your site, what all things you require? You tell me. You require a labor. That's it. Do you require any machines? So usually we don't require a machine. If your land doesn't have much trees and all, if it is all small grass and all, in that case, if you deploy 1 or 2 labors, they'll clean your area and go. Okay, simple. That is why the first is about the labor. Okay, good. So in the labor, we have one guy builder, the second is coolie. So who is this builder? A builder will be a main person who will be taking out or who will be cleaning your site. And coolie is a person one who will help him. For example, whenever he tries to remove the plants and all, it has to be taken from that place to some other place, isn't it? You cannot stack the materials there. So the builder will clean your site and the coolie will assist him in taking out the waste what is there from one place to another place. Okay, this much is understood. For first, the unit for the builder will be day, because if they work in day, that is how it is. They're working for a day, coolie also will work for a day. So this quantity, these people have done research. Now you cannot ask, I mean, this from where did you get 1.97, 1.1? So all these are the constants what is given in the code book. People have seen different projects and finally they have come to a conclusion. If you deploy one builder and you ask him to clean 100 square meter of the area, his productivity quantity you can take 1.97. Okay, so that is why I've taken 1.97 in my Excel sheet. In the same way, for coolie, he will take 1.29. So that is a coefficient what we have. Okay. After that, rate. So rate is totally up to you. Now you go to your place, wherever you're doing, wherever you're staying, you ask the contractor, like if I deploy one person to clean my area, how much is one labor for 8 hours if he works? What is the price is going to take? So in my area, if a builder works or a person, you can even write him as a labor only. Builder is a name given by them. So you can just put a labor name also. You can put, I mean, not labor name. You can even write here labor also, not an issue. Okay, that also you can put. But according to the code book, it is builder. So I have written builder. So let us say he is going to charge 800 rupees per day. If a person comes to work, let us say 500 rupees he'll take if he works for 8 hours. Okay, I'll put enter here. Got it. Now amount will be nothing. 500 multiplied by 1.97. This will give me the total amount. Fine. Now come to the coolie. Coolie will work for 1.29. This is the coefficient what we have. And let us say the coolie will charge you like 450 rupees. Okay. Fine. So according to that, the rate will be 580 rupees. I multiply rate into this, I'll get the cost. Okay. So this rate, whatever you are going to input, no, this rate you cannot take directly from the SOR. Okay. Why? Because these are the rates given by this code book. Maybe in Delhi, if you're working in Delhi, this is the rate what they're given. Tomorrow, if you're constructing a project in your city, whatever labor rate is available in this particular Delhi may not be the same rate available in your place, right? So labor rate will keep on changing based on the location where you are. So whatever rate is going on in your area, that rate you are supposed to take. Simple. But for time being, I'll consider the rate given here so that I can match the answer. So 645 and 645. Simple. Go to the Excel sheet. I'll put 645. Okay. But you can put the rate what is going on in your area. Fine. Finish. Now you add total. So total will be 2102. And I'll make this as A. Now, usually whenever you do this work, no, you require water also. Maybe you require water for drinking. Okay. So in that way, usually what we consider is we take 1% as a water charges. So what you do, whatever cost you got, no, here on this you put 1%. That means 21,102. I'll multiply this by 0.01. That is 1%. Or even you can multiply this by 1 into percentage you do, you'll get it. So if I add 1% water charges on this, I'll get 21.027. Now I'll do the total. So total will be 21.07 plus 21, sorry, 21,202.700 plus 21.027. You add it, you will get 2123.727. Finish. Now GST is a government goods and service tax. So according to the code, it is given 14.5% is the GST you're supposed to apply. That is a tax which has been put by the government. So again, you will take that also into consideration. Add GST on B. On B means this is B. I'm naming, you can name anything. A, B, C, D, I have named it here. In the code book, they have named WXYZ. You can name whatever you want to do. You can even name 1, 2, 3, 4 also. Doesn't matter. Okay, fine. So again, you add 14% on that. So that means 2123. This is a final total we got. On this, you add 0.1405. That is 14% of tax you are adding. So it comes out to be 298. Now do a total. So total will be 2123 plus 298 will give you 2422. And I have named this as C. Now last is 15%. You have to add CPOH. So CPOH means contractor. CPOH stand for contractor profit and overhead. Overhead charges. Okay. So what do you mean by this? See, whenever you do any work, let us say if you are a contractor, without a profit, you are not going to do any work. So here, the contractor profit, they have taken 15% along with CPOH. Now, what is CPOH? OH means overhead charges. Overhead charges in the sense, when you're working in a big construction company, okay, for example, you are a employee in one of a company. Maybe from your house to the place where you go for the work, your office is going to provide you a car, right? But the office will not charge you for that. So it's going to provide you a charge. He's going to provide you a car to take you to the site. From site, again, you come back to the home, right? Again, when you go to the office, you get a chair, then you get table, then whatever other stationary items is required, like pen, paper, everything will be given by the company, right? So all those charges, the contractor is going to add in this only. Okay, right? You're getting my point, no? So that is called as overhead charges. Other than that, your head office charges, your office charges, everything in office also, sometimes they provide you snacks and all in the evening time if you work in big construction company. So again, everything they add it in, taking those things into consideration, they're going to fix this particular 15% CPOH. Actually, the contractor profit will be 10%. All right, contractor profit will be actually 10%. Okay, and remaining 5% is overhead charges. Overhead charges, which is 5%. So together it will become 15%, right? 10 plus 5 is 15. So they've added 15%. Now let us say there is one contractor who will not take 10%. He may take some 15%. Fine. So again, if you want to see, again, whatever rate analysis I'm preparing, as I always mention, you cannot have same rate analysis from two different quantity surveys, and also from two different contractors. You cannot have it. So maybe a contractor A will charge you 15%, and then again 5% he may charge overhead, and he may say 20% is my CPOH. There may be one more contractor who will say, no, I'll charge 8% of the profit, and remaining 5% I'll take as a overhead charges. So his CPOH will come out to be 13. You're getting my point? So it totally depends on the project, totally depends on the contractor, how he is going to put the rate. 13%. In that case, you'll take 13% and you'll do your rate analysis. Okay. So that is how it is. But according to the code book, it is telling you can go up to 15%. Okay. 15% you can add a contractor profit and overhead charges. So that is the reason in my Excel sheet I've done 15. But if you feel you have to add another 2-3% extra as a contractor profit, you can do it. Not an issue. Okay. So what they have done, whatever answer I got here, 2422, for that I have multiplied this by 0.15. So this will be 363.317. Okay, good. Next, this is total I have got. Fine. After that, 1% will add a cess, a tax you are going to add. 1% tax cess you are going to add on this total amount. So it's written add cess at 1% on D. This is D. Okay. So what you'll do? 27 on this you add 1%. That is 2785 into 0.01. So this will give me 27.82854. So total cost now, everything is done. Water charges we added a GST, we added contractor profit and overhead charges, we added cess also. Is there anything else to be added? No, there is nothing, because you don't require any equipment. So equipment charges will not come here. Only labor is required for me to do my surface cleaning. So the total cost for 100 square meter will be how much? 2785 plus 27 you add. So total it will come out to be 2813.282. So this whatever cost you can see, no, this is for 100 square meter. But whenever I do rate analysis, I do it for unit rate. That means I want it for 1 square meter. Therefore, cost for 1 square meter will be whatever answer you got, no, you divide it by 100. I've taken quantity 100. So you can divide it by 100. So it comes out to be 28.133. I can roughly say it is 28.15. This much you understood? Great. If you understand this much, 28.15. Now come back here. Yeah. Where is my this thing? BOQ. Yeah. So right, 28.15. Now let us say somebody else, let us say there was one more person who instead of taking, maybe in their area, the Beldar is charging 800 rupees to work for a day, and the coolie will charge, let us say, 700 rupees. Okay. According to him, it will be 33 point. Now this won't change. Leave it. According to him, the cost per square meter will be 33.16. So then come to the BOQ, you input 33.16. So total it based on this will be the cost of the project. You're getting my point, no? So there is no such rule that you have to take this rate on or this rate only and all. It keeps on changing based on your requirement. You can take the rate. In the same way, coming to the profit, maybe there is one contractor who says that I'm not taking 15% profit. I usually including the overhead charges and my contractor profit will be 10%. So make 0.10 here, and based on that, see the rate has come down now because the profit of the contractor has come down. Okay, yes, he's taking only 10% profit. So total again, like I mentioned, always depends how we are going to do that. Okay, got it, no? So anyhow, I'll keep it back for 645 and 645. It will be 28.133. I can say 28.133. Go to the POQ, 20.15. Okay, got it, no? So in this way, you're supposed to prepare the rate analysis. Okay, that's it. So very simple. But only the thing is, you need to understand how you're taking all these things. These are constants. We don't have control on this. We have to take these constants and do that. Okay. But again, this is according to DSR, Delhi Schedule of Rate. I'll show you one more. Yeah. This is for Karnataka government, what I'm showing. Here the rate analysis has been done in a different way. When I go for the next rate analysis for the excavation, I'll explain you all these things, how from this particular DSR, how it has been taken. So again, like I mentioned, no, the way they do the analysis, everything depends from a person to person. Okay. But anyhow, you can follow this thing. But only the thing is, I told you, that is the reason I always tell you, whatever rate is going on in your area, that rate you're supposed to take. Even if you don't do rate analysis, it is okay. If it is a small project where you do in your area and you're not applying for tendering and all those things, in that case, directly in the BOQ, you don't have to do rate analysis. Ask the contractor or ask the person what is the rate you take per square meter for cleaning. He may tell like we usually charge 25 rupees per square meter. You input 25 and do your calculation. Simple. This rate analysis and all comes into play when you're applying for big companies and all, and when you when you are going for a tendering contracts and all. In that case, rate analysis is required. Okay, that's it. So we'll see you back in the next lecture.